These grants are teacher mini grants that are awarded to our teachers and based on projects that they've identified that are needed in their classrooms.
Our goal is to impact the high school graduation rate. We focus heavily on children's literacy.
My name is Thea Faulkner. I have the honor to serve as the Director of Partners in Education with Jackson Public Schools, and we are delighted to be here this morning to celebrate the 21-22 Teacher Mini Grants in partnership with Junior League of Jackson and the Community Foundation of Mississippi.
This is certainly one of the highlights. It's certainly been one of the big highlights of each of the years that I've been here with Jackson Public Schools to celebrate one piece of the many years of partnership that we've enjoyed with the Junior League of Jackson. Not simply as kind of dropping in with some resources here, go forth, do good work, but really deeply trying to understand who we are, what we're about, what the needs are in the district, but also in the communities and the homes that we serve, of the ways that you show up with us, the way that you've pushed us to be better, and to be a stronger district and more responsive to our external partners, but also our internal partners, our teachers. Because of the grants that you've provided through this program, that we too are thinking more critically about how to support our teachers, and lifting up their voices and lifting up their expertise as to what those particular needs are in our classrooms, in our schools. We're proud of the academic programming that we are providing here in Jackson Public Schools, and we know that we've got continued work to do to evolve those programs and to ensure that at the end of the day that our scholars are demonstrating a level of proficiency and advancement, and that they are showing some joy in their learning. This program in particular demonstrates and supports is that one size does not fit all, and that there are opportunities for our teachers, again, through their expertise and their experiences and their deep knowledge of our children and families, that they can create projects and programs within their classrooms that are not the norm throughout the district, but additive to our curricular programs. To have each year almost $100,000 awarded to our school district in grants to our teachers for use in their classrooms. This is huge. One of the team members here, Dr. Harper, who serves as the school leader at McWillie. My McWillie teachers are very much so in tune to this opportunity, and there are 3 grants that were awarded to teachers at McWillie in totaling above $17,000. And so as the school with the top amount of grants, we're just excited that one, that the teachers again felt the need and desire to reach out and to have those projects awarded, but also that their grants, their grant applications, that we saw those with such favor and saw the potential there.
Thank you to everyone who actually applied for one of these grants. We had 69 applicants, and we are so excited to announce that we will be awarding 18 of those. So, you mentioned that this is a long-standing partnership. This is actually the 31st year of this project. And it started back in the 90s. In 2004, the Community Foundation of Mississippi joined the Junior League in this project, and that was allowed us to grow it exponentially. And so we're so thankful for them and for their partnership in this. I want to thank our volunteers who worked on the project. Thank you especially Lacey Bergen and Rachel Lott, the chair and co-chair of the project. We understand what the pandemic has done to our education system and to our educators, and it was truly heartwarming to see the resilience and the creativity that our teachers showed in these grant applications. And I can't wait to see those dollars at work, and what we have done is allowed a lot of these to work over a 5-year period, so hopefully that will give some flexibility. Of these grants, they will impact 12 different schools. So that's really exciting to see that expansiveness of the money in action. The grants awarded go from about $1,200 all the way to $9,998. Very specific. They knew exactly what they wanted and needed for that grant. A lot of them address early literacy, which is one of our impact areas. The AGLI, the Association of Junior Leagues, is celebrating its 100th year anniversary this year. And someone said, if you could sum up in one word what collective, adjective or noun represents those 100 years, what would it be? And I thought about it, and it's impact. It's impact. What we're trying to do is positively impact and support the community. And that's exactly what JPS does. And that's exactly what our educators do. And so we are so honored to have this partnership. It's a true partnership, as you mentioned. And we are really humbled to be able to support these grants and to see these teachers and our students thrive. And we wish everyone the best. So thank you so much for your time today.
Lots of variety in the projects and programs. Again, they're teacher led and conceived of by the teachers. And so these are just wonderful opportunities to augment the basic and district-wide curricular programs that we provide here in Jackson Public Schools.
I want to also express our appreciation to Dr. Kim Smith and our Office of Teaching and Learning, which manages the curriculum for Jackson Public Schools. They reviewed all 69 of those grants to ensure that they aligned with curriculum and the types of goals and objectives we have in keeping with our mission statement and strategic planning. But here goes, I have 3 words: impact, empower, and encouragement. Those are the words that come to mind when I think of Junior League's partnership with Jackson Public Schools. These ladies are from all walks of life, but they are volunteers who have decided to partner with other ladies to empower communities to deepen their collective impact. President Katie Browning, Emerging Leaders Chairperson and Teacher Mini Grant Co-Chair Lacey Bergen, I cannot adequately express my appreciation for your hearts and hands of an example of just how you have empowered our schools, our teachers, our scholars, and how impactful you have been. We all know that this pandemic has challenged us for longer than we could have imagined. Folks are drained, they're frustrated, they're overwhelmed. But JPS was given a huge gift of $97,958.61. Yes, they were specific because they know what they want and what they need. As a result of the Educational Foundation grant currently being held with the Community Foundation of Mississippi and Junior League of Jackson's hard work and commitment to improving the lives of children, we also had the gift of encouragement. I took the time deliberately to call each principal. And I said, listen, I'm sending something to you, but I wanted you to be on the lookout for it. And I felt like Oprah. You've got 17,000, you've got 14, you've got 10,000. And just to hear the excitement, to hear the encouragement, to hear the impact, to just say to someone, we're investing in you. And so it gave me the opportunity to encourage the principals to say, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for encouraging your teachers to push through this difficult time, to dream, to imagine, to think outside of the box. I don't know if you know that Jackson Public Schools serve scholars that represent 15 different languages. One of the projects is giving opportunities for our English language learners, our Hispanic families, to come in and work alongside their classmates at Sykes Elementary to learn more about the Hispanic culture. And what they will do is actually write stories and books. Community members, parents, staff will come together and review those. 12 will be selected, and the books will be published and placed in the library. So I thank you. I thank you for being impactful. I thank you for empowering, and I thank you for encouraging, because in times like this, we need that more than ever. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you.
As we continue to think about how we turn education around and flip it upside down and dispel with some of these age-old beliefs about where leadership sits, I want to boldly, publicly acknowledge that leadership absolutely sits throughout this district. And if it were not for the leadership the knowledge, the expertise, the skill, the heart that our teachers show up with each and every day, these kinds of programs, even with the most resourcing, these kinds of programs simply would not happen. And so I want to publicly thank each and every one of our teachers, our educators throughout Jackson Public Schools for the way in which they show up, the way in which they lead, and the way that they help us all strive for greater on behalf of our children and families.